Hello everyone and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Monday, November 27th, 2017. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
Please remember, everyone, you can help support our show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. We go live Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time on Facebook and YouTube. And if you have stories you would like us to talk about, please send them to our subreddit, which is our iRedditcast, or in an email to feedback.ireddit@gmail.com. We have a guest with us today. We are being joined by Jesse, a.k.a. Freak Show, who is a disassociated Jehovah's Witness. He contacted us in regards to the story that we discussed last week involving the organization's efforts to hide child abuse cases. Welcome, Jesse. Maybe still.
Howdy.
Oh, there he is.
I just want to tell all my fellow cat lovers, every life deserves 9 cats.
I'll fucking agree with that.
Where's your kitty, Nathan?
He's downstairs right now.
Oh, shame. How are his balls doing?
He's sleeping on Matt's chest.
Yeah? Is Matt also asleep?
I don't think so. I think he's playing on his phone.
Oh, okay. How is his genitals?
His genitals have fully healed. He no longer has an abscess on his testicle. He's completely fixed.
No, that's good. That's good. I realize whatever. I'm over it. Anyway, so Jesse, thank you for joining us today. So guys, how was your Thanksgiving?
Go ahead. Go first, Jesse.
My turkey, even though I love my mother's cooking, tasted like crap.
Oh, no.
Was it just too dry?
Or was it burned?
No, I think it was just a bird. But, you know, a boy's best friend is his mother.
Ain't that the truth? Fucking my mom normally is in here. I don't know if she's in here today. No, there she is.
Yeah, she's in here.
Hey, Mom.
Yes,
she's my biggest fan by all means.
Yes, Andrew, we were talking about the cat's testicles, not Nathan's.
No, my testicles are still a giant fucking mess.
Well, are your testicles a mess or your kidneys from your calcium deposits?
Everything from the waist, actually a little higher than the waist, about the rib cage down is just, it's so fucked up.
You don't have Crohn's yet?
Yet.
Give it
fucking
a bit.
Knock on wood.
You knock on yourself? Nice. Good work, sir. My Thanksgiving was pretty great. I got 4 days off and did absolutely nothing for 3 of those days. And then on Sunday realized that I just kind of was a complete lazy waste of space for 3 days. I was like, I should clean something because I have not done anything productive.
Mine. Thanksgiving was the day after my birthday, so mine was great because I got a birthday present. It was a nice, very heavy jacket. I enjoy it a lot. It's really warm. And then I got a giant carrot cake on Thanksgiving as well, just for myself.
Nice. Did you eat the whole thing?
Oh yeah, along with all the caramel that was added onto it, on top of it. Well, it was added in a thing to the side, but I drizzled the shit out of the fucking caramel.
Well, hopefully that'll help you add on a few pounds, you skinny little boy.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I shiver too much, and that shivering is just going to burn all my calories away.
To what few you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm essentially a human chihuahua.
You just need to eat more sugar, dude.
Just nothing but sugar?
I mean,
all right, I'll start drinking more energy drinks and ruin my kidneys again?
No. Just sugar. Just straight sugar. Just down the hatch.
Just spoonfuls of sugar.
Yeah.
Can it be brown sugar? Add molasses on that stuff?
Yeah, sure, totally. I mean, sugar helps you gain weight, so... in any case, Jesse is going to be talking to us about his experiences when he was a Jehovah's Witness. We will be having that conversation after we talk about the news. Apparently, Chadwick's spacebar appears to be broken. That's unfortunate, but at least you're not getting pictures of clowns anymore from one of our mutual friends. So, in any case...
is it Bobby?
Yeah, it was totally Bobby.
Was it Dick Clown?
I don't know.
Damn, I hope it's Dick Clown.
Dick
Clown was hilarious.
I didn't ask for details.
All right, Chadwick in the chat, tell me.
The substitute phone is designed to help smartphone addicts cope in their absence.
This was submitted by So I Exist to Our Gadgets. All right, where is this? How much is it? I'm buying one.
Are you addicted to your phone?
Hell yeah, I am.
Like, I don't feel like I'm addicted to it. I forget about it sometimes, and it's not a big deal. This is literally a hunk of plastic with some stones that you can swipe up and down in it.
Yo, I need this.
Jesse, do you feel like you need this?
I can't even afford a cell phone, fellas. You guys handle this topic.
And we don't know how much they are currently, but it's literally just a piece of plastic with some rocks in it.
I still think that's a good idea because like it's like a fidget box essentially in the shape of a phone with only stones.
What good is it doing though? I guess just giving you the satisfaction of feeling your finger roll on some nuts.
Yeah, well, having your finger roll across anything. Like for me, when it comes to my phone addiction, right? Normally it's like Reddit or Facebook. I'll pick up my phone, swipe across, check Facebook, check Reddit. I might click back into Facebook, close it, and then maybe 5 minutes later, open it back up. And this is like constantly throughout the day. I'll take small breaks throughout the day to go around a corner to check absolutely nothing. Because I'll like open my phone and there'll be nothing there, and I'll just start scrolling for a little bit. So I feel like this could help me at least like get that feeling that I'm opening something on my phone and looking, when in reality I'm just holding something and rolling my finger across, because it's a lot of this motion, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like this is in the same vein as people, you know, eating lollipops to get rid of their oral fixation for cigarettes.
Well, that doesn't work for me. Not that I smoke anything, but man, do I like chewing on stuff. And the funny thing about that is, gum, not so much. This like small little piece of plastic or like a pen cap, not the pen itself, like the cap, nom 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 nom.
I guess it's the type of thing that you're chewing on.
I don't know.
Like the weird feeling on your teeth.
Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird.
Because some people just like having shit in their mouth.
Oh, no, I'm not. Well, depending on how literal you take that statement, I'm not too big on that one.
That's true. Some people do literally like shit in their mouth.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is.
9.
Mail carriers accuse USPS of faking Amazon delivery records so customers don't get free stuff.
Yeah, but what about female carriers?
You son of a God.
This is submitted by my seconder to our news.
So what this is that this is actually being unveiled because somebody left the United States Postal Service and then approached a news organization to talk about, in this case, CBS 46. And what it is that Amazon doesn't have an official policy that if your package arrives late that they will give you something, but they kind of have like an unspoken policy. If you don't get your package on time, you can call them and they'll give you something like a discount, the item for free, refund your money, or maybe like a free month of Prime. And what the supervisors of the USPS were saying is that if it's like 7:15 and you're not going to finish your route, pull over and scan every single Amazon box as delivered. Because if they're not delivered on time, then Amazon has things that they do to the people like that help, you know, benefit the people that got a late package, and that jeopardizes our contract with Amazon.
That seems like awful practice.
Like, It is awful practice, and it's sketch, and I'm pretty certain it's illegal.
I'm not actually sure if it's illegal. I want to say it is because that seems like it would be like scanning something as delivered, and when it's clearly not, seems like something illegal.
Well, and
but
like,
you never know. There could be something in their terms of service saying that they can do that.
Probably, because there's always something in the TOS. And like, I've had issues with Amazon and deliveries and stuff before. One, Amazon seems to take way longer now than it used to. Like, I used to get Amazon...
For Amazon being a great service, they can sometimes be real shitty.
Well, and I used to get a package in like a week. I normally don't get stuff from Amazon for like 3 weeks to a month now. And there have been instances where stuff has been marked delivered, and it still didn't arrive for 2 days. Now, that was still within the expected delivery time, but it was still marked delivered when I didn't get it.
When it clearly wasn't. I don't know, man. I feel like we should stop trying to like really hinge on Amazon being essentially the Walmart of the internet. I feel like we should start spreading out to more than just Amazon.
So, funny story regarding that, right? I'm talking to my sister today, and I know one of the things she's ordering the family for Christmas. And she goes, I went to order it, but Amazon was sold out. And I went, Brittany, you could just go buy it at the store.
What was it?
It's a game. And she looked at me and was like, dude, you're totally right. I could just buy it from, like, Walmart. And I'm like, yeah. or Toys R Us, or Target, or Fred
GameStop.
Meyer, or GameStop. Like, there's so many
Land Trade,
Yeah, there's so many places you could go buy it.
Bosco's.
They don't sell brand new games, so
Sometimes. Very rarely, but sometimes.
yeah. But she was just baffled. Like, she forgot that you can buy things that aren't groceries from places that aren't Amazon.
That's hilarious.
Chadwick, you should punish whoever poured Coke on your computer.
You should have someone talk to that person with the Coke problem.
Wow, Nathan. Wow.
Because I'm telling you, fine particles inside your keyboard is no good for anything.
I mean, just take an air duster, blow it out.
Your children have a Coke problem. Chadwick.
Terrible parenting. Although no worse than what's being revealed on YouTube recently of people abusing kids for ad revenue.
Oh, God.
Isn't it great? Have you had any problems with Amazon or deliveries or anything like that, Jesse?
No, but I had a question. Do they sell the Roku on there? Or is that like a competition item?
I don't know. I know that Amazon sells, what is it, the Fire TV?
Fire Stick.
Yeah, but I bet they... Amazon sells everything, so... Yeah, you can buy a Roku on Amazon.
Man, that's like installing Chrome with Internet Explorer.
Everyone does that.
I know. You're just... like, buying a Roku, I feel, on Amazon is similar.
Amazon doesn't care. They still make money from it.
That's fair.
Like, they're like, oh, shame, made money.
I want a Roku, but I only have a Chromecast, which, I mean, I guess is all right because I have a mobile phone, but I don't know.
There we go. I
I
realized
can just get a smart TV instead.
I had to do something different with the overlay because of the way that Skype works, so I have a screen cap of your video for this now, and my mouse was showing up on it. It's gone now.
Mhm.
I had to fix some settings.
Congrats.
Thanks.
Congratulations on basic work.
Yeah, right? Understanding how menus work, I know.
8.
Dictionary.com chooses complicit as its word of the year.
Hey, this is submitted by AmReddit to our news.
If
Or
you're
AmReddit.
complicit,
Fuck, I
pronounced complicit, is an adjective which means choosing to be involved in an illegal or questionable act, especially with others.
Oh, man, that's like everything this year.
Everything. All of it.
Yikes. Awkward. For everything from fucking politics to religion, there's been some people complicit in shit.
And so there were 3 major spikes of the word complicit being searched on dictionary.com this year. The first was on March 12th when Scarlett Johansson impersonated Ivanka Trump on Saturday Night Live to sell a fake fragrance called Complicit.
I didn't know that was a thing. I need to go watch that.
Another one,
That's like a scar joke.
again involving Ivanka Trump, happened in April when she sat down for a CBS interview and made the statement, "I don't know what it means to be complicit."
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And the other one was last month in October when Jeff Flake announced he would not be seeking re-election and said, "I have children and grandchildren to answer to, so Mr. President, I will not be complicit."
Okay. So, like, generally speeches or something...
just regard...
just things that people would see a lot often. Like, everyone probably saw all of that.
just regarding, politics and people being complicit.
That's this year, dude. Like, the end of 2016, actually most of 2016 and 2017 has been everyone getting into politics.
Damn, man.
You
just
weren't
got
normally
called
into
hot.
politics. What?
You hot.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Chandler.
I
appreciate that.
You getting called out on.
Yeah, Chandler's actually great. Fucking Chandler's the best part of Brendan.
Damn. Sorry, Brendan. I hope you didn't want to have any confidence in life ever.
7.
Leah how do you pronounce this woman's last name? Remini?
Remini? I don't know.
Jesse, you know. How do you pronounce Leah's last name?
I have no idea, but you didn't ask me anything about the last one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Leah Remini believes the LAPD is covering for Scientologists like Danny Masterson. And Jesse, just feel free to jump into the conversation.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say that what you guys were talking about last time, it sounds like, come, Lord Jesus. It's a Bible scripture.
Oh, no. So, did you say who this was submitted by, Nathan?
Oh, I didn't. This is submitted by Kagula84 to our television.
Kagula, that sounds like a piece of anatomy.
No, it sounds like a bad cousin to a Roman emperor.
Sure. Okay. Well, anyway, Danny Masterson, which was the star of That 70s Show, he was currently under
A star, not the star.
Whatever.
Please.
Was currently under an LAPD investigation involving rape claims against one of his co-stars on the show. And that case has been inexplicably stalled, despite there being lots and lots and lots and lots of evidence against him. And they're trying to figure out why. Well, Masterson is a member of the Church of Scientology, and the Church of Scientology writes one big fat check at Christmas to the LAPD. And, well, after they got involved, the case is just kind of stopped.
Not only that, but, like, they've also submitted assloads of affidavits from Scientologists backing up Danny Masterson because a lot of his victims were other Scientologists.
That's dumb.
Dude, Scientology is a blight.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Danny Masterson. I would like to say something to him.
Okay.
Go.
Get your shit together, Danny.
Right, I feel like people that are involved in Scientology are just misled. Like they've been lied to and don't know better. They're being fed the lies from the top of the chain that just want like this weird cult to happen.
It really is. It was made by L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard was a fucking science fiction writer. Literally all of his other books were straight science fiction. Even Scientology sounds like it came from a science fiction book.
I mean,
not just the name of it, but like their belief system.
Well, and also the other thing is like I have never heard anything positive about Scientology.
I'll tell you one thing positive about Scientology.
What's that?
It made some hilarious ass South Park episodes.
You said that the last time I made that statement, and that doesn't count.
Why not?
'Cause South Park can make a good episode about anything it wants.
How do you feel, Jesse, about this? About Scientology in general?
They have the best actor on this planet, Tom Cruise.
He's not the best actor. Literally, the only thing Tom Cruise can do is run.
Hey, he plays himself every fucking movie, and I'll tell you what, he plays himself goddamn well.
I got input from the background. Jennifer said he's also really good at yelling.
Oh, absolutely. And being smug.
I have not seen Leah's new show. Leah? Yeah, Leah. I have not seen her show, but it is literally called, it's on A&E, and it's called Scientology and the Aftermath, and literally every episode is just like, the Church of Scientology is terrible and awful, and it needs to go away. These are all the bad things they've ever done. We'll talk more.
I find it funny that it's just now, like, popping up on our all when I've been talking about Danny Masterson being a dickhead for, like, I don't know, a week or two now.
I think the only reason this is getting more attention is because of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Like with
I mean, even then, like this specifically has been around for over a couple weeks. That's how I heard about it. But now it's just popping up in our all in the highest category because Leah Remini is tagged to it.
Well, also because like I feel like there's only so many things that can be pushed to the top at a time. So
I mean that's fair, but it's like why would you keep recycling some of these things?
Why not?
This I can understand being recycled, but I don't know. There's a couple things where you're just like, all right, that's done and over with. We've already like a lot of those anti-Trump things that we talk about. It's like, oh, I mean, we have already talked about that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those that I filter out because they are either baseless, have no substance, or are just repeating things that have been talked about previously.
Mm-hmm.
So, because don't get me wrong, I'm real happy to slam on the president, but I mean, you don't need to make stuff up or reach deeper into the basket to try and find the shreds of something. He'll give you ammo if you give him a day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally a day.
And same with Scientologists if they're not trying to actively cover it up.
Dude, he was giving a presentation honoring the last surviving Navajo code talker and started talking about fucking Pocahontas.
Yeah, you don't have to remind me. You know what else? He started denying that he said that he would grab people by the pussy. He said that it was a fake video or a fake audio clip. Even though he's already apologized for saying that and that audio clip.
Nathan, it hurts me. Jesse, it hurts me.
Well, I would like to say something to Leah Remini.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Look,
Hopefully
girl.
she'll hear it.
She won't. These celebrities, I stalk celebrities, actually. I see them as rivals because they have a platform and they don't speak up.
We're trying to be celebrities too, right?
Yeah, we are celebrities, brother. We're just underground celebrities.
I like that. I motherfucking like that. I'm already famous, guys.
Low key.
I just wanted to tell her that get us former Jehovah's Witnesses on your show, please.
Yeah, no, that would be great. I want to see a lot more other just former religious people talking about the negatives of their religion. Not just because, I'm fairly atheistic, but I feel like there's a lot that's just shushed up, like swept under the rug that it needs to come out.
She could try and convince Donald Glover. He speaks out about Jehovah's Witness, and that's what he grew up as.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But he's like any other former Jehovah's Witness celebrity. They hide. They don't speak up for us small folks out there.
Six.
South Korea taunts North Korea over defecting soldier by broadcasting news through loudspeakers.
This is submitted by Hypatia Alexandria to Our World News.
They haven't used these loudspeakers in a long time, but decided to put them back together and assembled them, and the broadcast can be heard from over 12 miles away.
Wow, that's fucking loud.
Yep, talking about the nutritive conditions of the soldier that defective and how well he's doing.
And how many less liver worms he has.
Yeah, how comfy he is. How he was treated for his wounds, and he's gonna make a full recovery. Basically,
I bet it must have been real hard for the soldiers on the border because, not only do they have to listen to that, but it's also really loud.
Yeah, it's real loud. Well, and luckily, the people that let this guy escape and filled him full of 5 bullets, all 35 to 40 of those men have been replaced, at least according to the surveys from the South Korean government that they can see. All of the soldiers that were previously stationed there have been replaced by other people, and more gates have been set up on that road, and more strict screening process will be in place to prevent people from approaching the DMZ.
Dude, I bet that's embarrassing for the North, especially at this time period.
Yeah. It also makes me, part of me is also concerned that the, 30-ish soldiers that he drove past and ran away from, but still got away from, have now been, punished and, locked into cages. Dude,
I'm surprised they're not dead.
They might be. We don't know.
That's fair. They absolutely might be dead.
Someone suggested that we pop a bunch of smoke bombs at the North Korean border and just see what happens.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, if you just pop a bunch of roll in some fog, and just see how many people run over.
I swear you're gonna have just shots fired across the border at that point.
Maybe. Chadwick, it was 40 rounds, not 400, at least according to reports of how many shots were sent this guy's way.
And still, only landing 5 with 40 rounds being shot is still pretty fucking ridiculous.
Well, you think they have the expertise to train them to be good shots, or the money to give them that many bullets?
No, that's not what they do. All right, this is how you train your squad to be better shots. Right? You buy an assload of airsoft guns, and you sit them. And sure, it doesn't have quite the same kick, and sure, it's not going to be quite the same. But you get to sit there and practice your marksmanship.
Sure.
And you can reuse those shots over and over and over again. And it's airsoft, so your shit's air.
They can't afford air, Nathan.
That's true. They're going to have to import that air.
They can't afford food.
Yeah, then, I don't know. Maybe they should start building, bows and arrows again and practice with that.
Perfect. Just start longbowing it across the DMZ. That'll work.
They spend all of their money in a giant fucking nuke instead of actual arms for their people.
Chadwick says hunger gives you the shakes and makes you a lot less accurate, so he's not surprised that they missed.
No, actually, that's very good points. I'm actually not surprised now that he mentions it. Like, hunger will do a lot of crazy shit to somebody.
I also feel like surprise and like panic would also, like, you have to be calm and collected to be an accurate shot. And depending on how far away they are, because like it looked like a couple of them were using pistols, and pistols accuracy quickly falls off. So, I don't know. What do you think, Jesse?
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
I was guzzling on my beer here. But I just want to say something to Trump. Sir, get your soldiers off the streets. They are the only reason why we are not Muslims.
Five.
Yeah?
I feel like I wouldn't be a Muslim, but, you know.
You're not anything, Nathan.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I am. I'm a dudist.
You're a human being.
I'm a dudist.
Archbishop of Canterbury, baffled by Christians who back Trump.
This was submitted by Robula to Our World News.
So, the Archbishop of Canterbury, also known as one of England's top religious authorities, is like, why do Christians in America like Trump? I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand. That's actually what he said. Those are his words.
Word for word, verbatim?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I actually really like that. It's fucking hilarious.
He said he does receive a seat at the table if Trump does come over on a state visit. And if he does, he's like, I'm not going to be overly rude to the guy. Like, it is my job to speak to him and to try to convince him that his ways are wrong. So I will still do so. But holy God.
How do you feel about this, Jesse?
Can you repeat your question?
How do you feel about this? What the Archbishop of Canterbury has said about, Christians who back Trump?
Let's just say Christians that Trump is not a Christian, and that's okay. He could be an imposter, and that's okay, because my sister is a Trump supporter, and he's doing good for the world. Maybe.
Well, and like the interesting thing is like it's really weird how that interaction is even conducted anymore, because there was supposed to be a hard separation of church and state. But politicians still use religion as such a platform when it comes to getting elected, which I don't know, that just feels odd.
In our YouTube chat, I think someone put a phone number down.
Probably, but that probably got blocked immediately, unless, like, it says user terminated.
That might be their name.
Maybe? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's 4 viewers in YouTube, which is neat. In any case, it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially if Trump does do that state visit, because, I mean, he has so much opposition in England.
Mm-hmm. No, he does. There's just people signing petitions just to have him not allowed in the fucking country. I, for one, would love to see just a government that everybody enjoys. A government that everybody can get behind.
I don't know if that exists. At least, like, I mean, it won't exist in America. We're too divided, and not even just by the bipartisan nature of our political system. No, it's so much different than that, because, like, almost all of our votes, aside from very, very few things, are in such a close margin. Like, it's like 48-52, 49-51, or like percentages of a point. It's like
I would settle for like a higher percentage. Give me above 50. Don't give me 33%.
Like, well, I mean, Obama didn't even really hit super high.
which is unfortunate.
I'm going to see if I can...
But I'm not saying that he did a bad job. I'm saying I want to see these people above 50%. And Chadwick, North Korea doesn't count. When you have a gun pointed at your head, you'll say literally fucking anything they want you to. It is totally possible, Joseph, to have a country where everyone enjoys the country, everyone enjoys the person who's running it. It's just incredibly difficult. Because of a lot of fucking naysayers.
Let me see here. Doesn't say when. Okay, I'm trying to find a breakdown of the most approved of presidents. Looks like it was George Bush at 65% in terms of, because George Bush at one point had hit a 90% approval rating. But that did not hold for very long. He also at one point had a 25% approval rating. Trying final. Oh, here we go. Clinton average. There we go. I'll take average. Kennedy had 70.1, Eisenhower at 65, FDR at 63, Bush at 60, Clinton at 55, Johnson 55.
Which Bush? You have to give me.
Junior. Bush Senior. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Bush Jr. His average was 49.4. Yeah, the highest was JFK, and then he got shot in the head.
The more and more I look at how Americans live their lives, the more and more I just don't want to be an American.
See, I hear more and more people saying that, and I definitely do not share that sentiment. I'm still very happy to be in America. I know that regardless of the state of things politically, we have it very good compared to a large majority of countries. So
I don't even think I don't view it as a political thing. I view it as just the way we react to things, the way we actually get up to do things is because there's a tragedy. And I hate that. I hate that we don't have initiative when it comes to certain things.
Well, I mean, if it doesn't benefit us, then most people aren't down for it.
If it doesn't benefit you at that moment.
Sure.
That's our problem, is that Americans are incredibly short-sighted when it comes to things.
I mean, we've been fed so much instant gratification all of our lives.
And I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I hate all of it. Common Conversation 412 in the YouTube channel says, what do y'all think about Trump now saying that the Access Hollywood tape was fake?
I don't care. Honestly. It's completely irrelevant to me on that matter.
I feel like he's saying it's fake now because the fucking #MeToo thing is going around. Maybe,
and with that tape.
But I mean, if he still became president, with that being public, it doesn't matter at this point.
Well, and pretty well looking at things, you know, if his opponent had been anyone but Hillary Clinton, it wouldn't have been nearly as close of a race. But I mean, Clinton isn't liked by most people.
No, that's another thing that was baffling. The Democrats knew that everybody did not like her, and they still pushed her.
Yeah. Well, we found out later that she had basically bought off the DNC to push her own agenda, so.
Politics suck everywhere, but I don't know. I feel like I should learn how to grow mushrooms and start living as a hermit as quickly as possible.
What do you think, Jesse?
Oh, actually, Common Conversation 412, I invited him to the show.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to address him in my little speech real quick.
Sure.
I just wanted to tell him I'm a fan of the African American culture, community. And if you could please, next Monday, schedule me to be on the show. Thank you for your time.
Oh, you got a show. Sick. Well, thank you for attending Common Conversation 412. What is your opinion on the Trump tape, though, Jesse? Well, not the Trump tape itself, but that Trump is now saying that the tape is fake.
Fake news.
Yeah. I mean, they have proven that you can completely fake someone's voice now. Like, there was a program that was unveiled recently that was part of Adobe that with all of, like, 21 words or something like that. They were able to completely emulate the dude's voice. And it's using the program that we use to record, Adobe Audition, that it's able to completely recreate someone's voice to say whatever they want.
I'm just baffled that as soon as it came out, he was like, yo, I'm sorry. And then now he's like, nope, it's fake.
Well, I mean, both of, like, is there really a difference there? I mean, because, like,
Yes, absolutely. You should not be saying sorry for something that you didn't do.
I mean, so here's the thing, though, is that for the last, I'm going to go with, like, 50 years, has been the appropriate response in terms if you are a celebrity, a politician, or whatever, is something bad happens, you just make a public apology about it, people get over it, and move on.
I don't feel like that's exactly the thing, because, like, George Takei didn't do that. George Takei vehemently was like, no, I didn't do that.
Some people, it's a matter of how hard you want to fight, though.
I don't know. I feel like if you're becoming president, and I don't know. That whole situation is just completely fucked, and I dislike everything about it. Of course, I'm feeling like I dislike literally everything recently.
Sure. Holocaust survivor. I'm giving $1 million to help wounded American veterans to express my thanks.
This is submitted by Serial007 to Our Uplifting News.
So what this is a gentleman that when he was 7 years old, managed to escape actually getting sent to a camp. His parents did not, but they managed to set him up with his aunt, who is married to a Frenchman, which meant that she would not be taken, at least under the current investigation, with the current persecution that was happening in France at the time. So he was protected by his aunt during the initial surge that took his parents from him, took his siblings from him. And so he managed to survive, especially because just a little bit after that, they were going to start going back through and looking for a new set of Jews to take to new camps. And that was about the time that the American soldiers took Normandy and started flooding back through Europe. And he then started a small, I can't remember if it was appliance or furniture. My brain says it was one of those two. Either way, started a store. Store got real big, doing real well, and he announced that he is going to be contributing $1 million to the Wounded Warrior Project and the Services for Armed Forces programs of the American Red Cross in order to continue to give thanks to the people that he believes are the only reason that he is alive.
That's a fucking American hero right there.
And he's not even American.
All right. No, I like this a lot. Because, like, American veterans do need help. I won't deny that. And this guy's going out of his way and donating $1 million fucking dollars of his own fucking money. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was rich just so I can be philanthropic. It's the only reason why I want to be rich is I want to give away my money.
Home appliance, that's what it was in. So yeah, appliances.
Apparently he is an American citizen now.
Oh, he is? Okay, cool.
Yeah. What's his name?
His name is Bernard Darty.
How old was he when World War II happened?
He was 7 when this was going on. He is 83 now.
You must have been fucking strong for a goddamn 7-year-old, because living through that must have been tough.
Well, he was 7 when the persecution started, and then he spent 2 years being hidden by his aunt and other families, basically passing the kid around so that the Nazis didn't find him.
That's pretty cool.
That is terrifying.
It is, but like, it's a cool story, you know. It's something that you want to hear about. This is something that should be taught in, maybe not taught explicitly in every history book, but this would be a fun lesson for children to learn.
I feel like our history books are pretty severely lacking anyway, because they're just trying. They're basically like massive cliff notes, because they're trying to hit the important pillars of history, but not actually the details
of
within
American history. They're giving you the American sides of everything.
Sure.
It's almost to the point of like a propaganda history.
Oh, it totally is. But that's pretty normal for everywhere.
So I really enjoy the idea of going around and learning the history of each and every person, like each and every country, and then mashing them to try and get like a non-objective history timeline, you know?
I mean, one of the few exceptions to that, though, is Germany itself, which teaches just how bad the Nazis were. Like, they do not try to cover that up.
Yeah. I don't know. I like this. I like how he's helping these people. This is something that needs to happen more often, and not just by philanthropic, people who own businesses and whatnot. I'm talking about like politicians who are rich specifically for being politicians, who get to vote for when you get a raise. Why don't you donate like this?
Chadwick in the chat room says, according to a report published by the New York Times on Saturday, the 45th president allegedly suggested to a senator earlier this year that the tape was not authentic and repeated that claim to an advisor more recently. However, he acknowledged that the voice was his when he apologized in October. I just feel like it's not a pointless thing to continue to discuss because of the matters that are actually presented in that tape. But I don't feel like if there was nothing that was done at that time, then I don't feel like discussing the tape today is going to do anything. Also, because I don't feel like we have people that have come out against Donald Trump involving sexual abuse. That a tape of
like 11 to 16, I think it was.
A good enough. So I feel like the people like. I can say that I would do something bad. I can say that I would stab somebody, but until someone says, "Yeah, he stabbed me," and has a friggin' wound in it, it's not going to matter because
threatening to stab someone can get you a restraining order.
It can get you in trouble, yes, but it's not going to actually get you the results you want in this particular instance.
Depending on what you're aiming for.
I mean, he's still president, and nothing's happening to him in regards to the sexual
assault. Which I think
claims.
is bullshit, because he had pending cases as is while he was fucking being voted in.
What happens to those? Do they just wait until after he's out, or?
I'm pretty sure there's no longer any cases because they have all had settlements.
Oh, okay. Well,
and there was 16 sexual misconduct accusers. 16. That's more than Kevin Spacey, and that man's been fucking blacklisted.
Yep, okay.
3.
More than Harvey Weinstein.
GOP plan will ultimately raise taxes on 50% of Americans, a nonpartisan assessment says.
This was submitted by Thalesian to Our Politics.
It won't immediately. The reason that... So, the tax plan, the Cut Act in its current state, does cut taxes for the majority of Americans. The only ones that it isn't is a very small bracket that's about 9% of the population. Everyone else will be seeing some form of cut. It might be extremely small, like literally like $50 a year. Some people will be seeing a larger cut. The problem with the plan is that it kicks the can down the road. The
problem with the plan is the fucking name of it.
Well, that's one problem. The
Cut Act? Are you kidding me?
It kicks the can down the road because it cuts revenue in hopes that more money in people's pockets will generate more money that they will spend, and that businesses will invest more. And basically, even with the best assessment, over the next decade, it'll cost the United States $1.5 trillion and will only generate somewhere around $169 billion. So about 10% of the deficit created. The other problem with it is that in 2027, your taxes would increase by about 50% because the cuts are only valid for 10 years. And if there's nothing else put in place in that 10 years, then your taxes just get spiked.
Who's president for the next 4 years, potentially 8? Oh, yeah, that's Trump. I don't think he's going to be doing anything that'll help.
Well,
I mean, I'm fairly negative towards our entire administration right now.
Well, and it also depends on if he goes through or not. I mean, there's already been Republicans that are... we've had several defect on important votes. We've had several more come out and criticize the tax plan, criticize other things that have been in hot debate across the internet, like net neutrality involving the FCC. So, I mean... It's kind of hard to say what is even going to happen. In this situation 10 years ago, it wouldn't have been in question. It was like, oh, Republicans have control. Unquestionably, anything they want to do is going to happen. But that's not been the way that things have been taking place recently. Yeah,
no, I don't know because I don't pay enough attention to my taxes. I just kind of fill them out and then hope I get money back. So I don't know if this is going to be detrimental to me in any form. Again, like you said, in 2027, it probably will be. How about you, Jesse? Do you feel anything about your taxes being raised?
Or cut initially to be raised later?
Brothers, I haven't filed my taxes in 5 years. Don't ask a brother like me.
That's why he hasn't said his last name.
Whoa.
What?
Can they get you for tax evasion like that?
I don't know.
Because I tried to do my taxes last year and I would have gotten $350 back, but I missed the deadline by an hour.
You can still file them, Nathan.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. Especially if you
$50
Yeah, especially if you know you're getting money back.
Yo, I'm gonna get $350 because I need that for food.
You still have to file your taxes even if you miss the deadline. I think there's just a fee or something if you file them late. But if you miss the deadline, you don't not file.
Yeah.
No,
I should probably go back then.
Yeah, you should. You should totally go back.
2.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 petition to revoke EA's rights to the franchise goes viral.
Good. This is submitted by SRO360 to our Xbox One. The only detrimental thing they can do this is if they took it from EA and gave it to Ubisoft.
One, it's not going to matter because Disney likes money, EA likes money, and it makes money. Although, despite EA's best efforts, Battlefront 2 has had a 60% loss in sales, in expected sales, due to the entire controversy. So,
God, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It was the only game that didn't sell out in the majority of stores across Black Friday.
That's absolutely bonkers.
Yep. And it's not like there was a couple copies left. No, most of the copies were still there.
Which is unfortunate because it's actually kind of a fun game. Much in the same... All right, so stay with me. I feel like this is a fun game, much in the same way that the new Call of Duty is a fun game, and that it's fun to play with a friend in the room with you and, I don't know, dick around online while getting drunk. But, when you're trying to sit there and be competitive at that, no, it's not fun.
No, unfortunately, though, petitions are kind of meaningless in today's day. It feels they're supposed to have some level of weight, but they don't.
Yeah. Back in the day, fucking petitions used to be able to fucking do things.
Now I feel like
it's just a bunch of people putting their names on a list of how ornery you can get.
Well, also, I think it's because people have monetized petitions. Places like change.org that literally just keep trying to feed you petition after petition. This one's even on change.org. They just keep, if you sign one petition on change.org, you will then proceed to get emails nonstop of them wanting you to sign other ones. And there's got to be some sort of business model that they have that involves people signing petitions. They're probably selling your data.
So, the hope of petitions is that that the petition will be seen by someone who has power, and that person with power will acknowledge that the people want it this way, and they will go and change it. Or, in the least, that the people will want it this way, and they acknowledge that they're afraid of these people, and then they go and change it. The problem we have here is that people nowadays, if you're in power, if you're a politician, you're just not afraid of the people who are voting for you anymore.
No, you're not, because people get really set in things. I love her to death, but my mother literally just checks off anything that says Republican on the ticket. Doesn't know who they are, doesn't know policies, just says, yeah, Republican, all the way down the ticket.
That's such a bad plan.
That's bad no matter what party. I don't care who you are. You should know who you're voting for and what their policy and plan is.
And have a healthy just knowledge of what you're voting for when you're stepping into it.
Yeah. Or at least some knowledge. A general idea.
Yeah. That's another thing is just the American public is just too ignorant.
Well, and the other problem is that when it comes to like petitions like this one about revoking the rights to EA, like it's not going to do anything. The way that EA might lose the rights is because Disney went, "Wow, you messed up and didn't make money. We're going to go to somebody that makes money," because that's what they care about. Which
I absolutely can see them doing, honestly.
If it affects their wallet, they care, and that's about where it stops.
Dude, absolutely. I thought it was goddamn stupid that they were going to just make another. It was great that they were going to make another Battlefront. Stupid that they were going to name it Battlefront and then Battlefront 2 when there's already a Battlefront and Battlefront 2. But the thing that really fucking pushed us over the edge was the loot box. And this game itself has caused such a goddamn controversy that nations are now thinking about banning loot boxes altogether. Loot boxes up until this point were not the greatest. The most you had for them politically, though, was that China was like, hey, you need to release all of the numbers for your loot boxes.
If it's cosmetic, I don't care.
Right. Like, I don't give a fuck as long as it's not giving somebody else an advantage.
Yeah. Jesse, you play mini games?
I would like to take this time to pat myself on the back. I played Star Wars Episode 3 back in the day. You know, that infamous battle between Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Mustafar.
I beat the whole game. I don't know who I beat, but I beat the whole game. I don't know who I was, what player beat who, I don't know what.
You beat it, though. Congratulations, though. That's awesome. Fucking Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3 was a lot of fun. That Obi-Wan fight on Mustafar was great. I also like the Lego Star Wars edition of it, where you're sitting with the Lego lava and you're sitting on the Lego high ground.
Yeah, the Bean has the Lego Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Another petition. A petition calling for FCC Chairman Ajit Pai to resign is racking up huge numbers.
This is submitted by Mixed Plate to Our Politics. Speaking of petitions that are probably not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't.
And the thing is that this one actually goes to, this is a White House petition. So this one is actually on the whitehouse.gov website. And they actually, they have a program through there that you can start any petition you want on whitehouse.gov. And if it gets over 100,000 signatures in 30 days, it'll go to the president's desk, the vice president's desk, one of those. Anyway, the problem is that since Trump has been in office, there have been something like 17 that have broken that number. None of them have had any response, not even a letter written back.
Okay, so that's the problem. Because if you're going to say that you have something that people can do and will actually affect things, and then you go out and deliberately ignore those things, you're the problem.
You know, because I saw a net.
There's a clear surmountable amount of people who fucking absolutely want him nowhere near our internet. Well, nowhere, have no power whatsoever to touch our internet.
Well, and like I was looking at a net neutrality post today, and it was on our podcast. And you know, podcasts aren't an American thing, and right now the FCC and net neutrality is. And somebody from Europe was asking, like, is there a particular reason that I should care about this? And, you know, people gave the argument, you know, like, well, good portion of the internet and websites and shows you listen to and stuff probably come out of America. So if they get screwed on their internet, you might lose access to those things. And someone else made the comment of, I constantly hear about America making bad decisions of people that are in charge. It's their fault for electing them. And there's two parts to that. One is that we didn't elect Ajit Pai. He's appointed. And I guess you could make the argument that we elected the people that appointed him. But I feel like that's a stretch. And the other part of it is it's not for our lack of trying. Like, there were 17 million, 22 million unique comments opposing the repeal of net neutrality. And it literally meant nothing.
All of our things were being ignored.
Like, everything. Petitions after petitions. Hundreds of thousands of people rioting in the streets, and it does and means nothing.
And that's what really should be showing these people that they need to get up and do more than just type their name onto a fucking website saying that they agree with them.
Even if they do, like, it doesn't seem to do anything.
Now, I'm not one for violent coups.
Well, it's like maybe that is unfortunately like the answer, but even like Google, Facebook, Microsoft is throwing as much as they can to oppose it, and it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not even about having the money or the power or the voice or the numbers. It just doesn't do anything.
They're ignoring
Everything.
literally everyone except for ISPs. I don't know what kind of back office deal they have set up to where just ISPs win no matter what, but it's completely fucked.
I don't know. Anyway.
How about you, Jesse? How do you feel about net neutrality?
Fellas, I can't even believe I lasted this long. Your fellas' intelligence baffles me. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. You guys are like rappers that rap like 10 words every second. I can't keep up. What the hell are you guys talking about?
You want to rap some words for us and tell us about your experience when you were with the Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I don't rhyme. I just speak my piece.
Sure.
But go ahead, ask anything away. But first, we got to finish this number one topic. Are we done?
Yeah. I'll. There we go. So tell us, Jesse. How long? First off, did you grow up as part of them?
Nope. I joined it as an adult. You guys ever heard of Blade Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 on TV?
The vampire?
Yes.
Yes.
Him and I have a lot in common.
Okay.
He is a born-in. When you're a born-in Jehovah's Witness, oh, good luck to you. I was an adult Jehovah's Witness, if you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
You were a convert, really.
I'm a Catholic. Yeah, you know we Catholics, we rule the world. But I don't like this religion.
So why didn't you like it?
Join the JW. I didn't like the Catholics?
No. What made you decide to disassociate with the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Child rape.
Go on.
And because they lie about my Lord and say, wait, he's not no savior. Never mind. They lie about Jesus and say he's Michael, an angel. No joke to you fellas. They call him Lord Michael.
Isn't Michael and Jesus two separate entities altogether?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding,
Right.
ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. Say that to them.
Like Jesus was the prophet, Michael is the archangel, right?
Yeah.
Like him, Gabriel, all of that.
Oh, this is a good round right here. You guys doing pretty good.
For people that aren't religious, I grew up in Oklahoma, surrounded by churches, so I absorbed some knowledge.
I was a churchgoer, and I also watched the first 9 seasons of Supernatural.
Does that count, Nathan?
Kind of.
Does it?
A little bit. Because they do use some of those, like, biblical names in the correct areas that they need to use them in.
Okay. So what happened involving this case? Was that like the last straw for you? Was this case that you mentioned?
Are you talking about me or?
Yeah, you.
Or,
Yeah, Jesse.
brother, there's thousands of cases of pedophilia.
Well, yeah, we talked about a lot of them last week. Did you experience or see one of these go along, like one of these occurrences happen?
Never heard of it. They told me everything is good in paradise. All their brothers repented to their Lord Jesus. We don't have that problem here. Blame it on the Catholics.
That's it? They just told you to blame it on the Catholics?
Yes. Oh, that's the Catholics, not us.
So they just diverted all the attention to another religion.
Yep.
That's
But
pretty
now they're under the microscope now.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You guys ever
absolutely.
seen that movie Spotlight?
I haven't.
That's where they all the reporters got together and they said, we're going to expose the Catholic Church.
Oh.
Well, I've spoken to reporters. I reached out to reporters, and they showed me respect. They said, okay, thank you for the information. I didn't know this.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Chadwick asks, Jehovah's Witnesses are the lighthouse folks, correct? It's not the lighthouse. It's a watchtower. Is that what you were saying, Jesse?
Brother, anybody that uses the name Watchtower is evil.
Oh, okay.
That's evil. Just watchtower. What the hell does that mean?
Well, you said that there was a particular doctrine that you still followed.
Oh, you're taking it down. You're going down some rabbit holes, aren't you?
I don't know. Am I?
Yeah. I still believe in the paradise earth. That's what they preach.
Which is?
That there's
I don't actually know much about it, so...
No, I'll talk about it.
Okay, go ahead.
They're saying that there's going to be people that live millions and millions of years on earth, and I'm a follower of that teaching. But it's not going to be them.
No?
They're not the people that are going to live on earth. They're not the ones that are going to live on Armageddon. No flesh will be saved. No flesh.
Do they outline like a criteria for meeting that?
Yes. They say you have to preach the good news of the kingdom.
Of their kingdom, I assume?
Yes, their Lord Michael, is going to come down and save them. And they're going to live forever on earth.
Is that supposed to be like the rapture? Like, except instead they'll take away the bad people and leave the earth forever for the good people?
Yes, but the rapture is actually a false teaching.
Well, and that's where a lot of my problems come in with religion anyways. I'm like, life kind of just keeps going on, and we'll eventually be ended by our own undoing. We'll figure out some way to kill ourselves.
Nathan speak, because I could see him.
I was kind of confused, like, so this paradise on earth is almost like a reverse rapture, right? They leave all the good people and take all the bad people instead of taking all the good people and leaving all the bad people.
Yes, but they still live on earth here, and they keep their house, and they keep their pets and everything. Okay,
so they just go about their day, and just everybody else...
The evil people are just invisible on another reality.
I had a question for you. Were you just a part of the church, or did you actually have like a role in the church? Were you like a bishop or a minister or anything?
Is it considered a church?
Yes. Well, they say no, but I say yes. They're just another false religion. Congregation.
So which one is the true one to you then? Or is there one?
None. There's none. Christians are extinct like the dinosaurs. They don't exist anymore.
Well, and that was one of the problems that I had a lot when I was growing up, is that there were like Christian agendas everywhere in Oklahoma, and a lot of them were very disingenuous. They were very fake. Luckily, I did find a group of people that they were I love these people to death, and I maybe not to death. That's a little bit morbid. I definitely feel like without these people, and I don't really want to say their name on the show because I don't have their permission to do so or anything like that, that I would be significantly worse off in my life if they had not existed. But luckily, they were the type of people that didn't judge you and didn't put you down for the wrongs of the world. They just did everything they could to help you through life and show you that it's not even about worship. It's not even about being the ultimate kneeler. It's about just being a good person and doing everything you can to do good in the world and to do good for others.
We have a question in the chat, actually, from Common Conversation. He asks,
that's my brother.
So who's Jehovah, is what he asks.
Well, that's the biblical God, the God of Abraham.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Jesus is the clone of the baby killer Jehovah.
Yeah. According to Wikipedia, Jehovah is the Latinization of the Hebrew one vocalization of the Tetragrammaton, one of the 7 proper names of the God of Israel in the Hebrew Bible.
Do you guys understand what religion I am?
Not really anymore.
Not fully, no. Yeah.
I'm a moutheist. I believe God is evil.
Oh.
I'm a believer in God, and I love him to death, but for some reason he's after me.
Well, I mean, if you look in, depending on how people interpret the Bible, I mean, he's a pretty big dick.
I feel like if I were to believe in a God, I feel like I would be a deist. That the God had made the planet and everything and just fucking left.
Nathan, you are correct. You know why he left? They killed his son, Jesus Christ.
Didn't we do that?
Yes, I'm sorry. Did I I don't know how to speak, but that's what I meant.
No, that's all right. In any case, though, we have breached an hour, so we're going to go ahead and work on getting out of here. Thank you once again to Jesse for joining us today. Everybody, if you would consider supporting the show, please go to patreon.com/dailyinternet. You can find the show on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all of those. Just search iReadit. It will undoubtedly pop up. You can download it, take it with you, watch the video on Facebook, YouTube. There's plenty of places you can find it. You can keep up with me at Schwan Michael on social media, Nathan at Bimmenstein. Jesse, do you have a place that you would like to direct people to go?
That's their job to look up my story all over the internet. You can't find it, then you don't know what you're doing.
Okay. All right, everybody. We're going to get out of here. That is your 389th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nathan Wood. And that was Jesse.
And please remember, everybody.
Don't get elected!
Have a good day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.